Hey guys, this is Galactic Marine 501 slash jexamwolfexia with the sinanju review. Here we go. I'm gonna actually start out by showing you the backpack. Here's the sinanju. Actually, I'm gonna show you one other thing before I do the backpack. There is a special feature with this guy where you can store the beam rifle, but it's impossible to do with the backpack on, so I'm just gonna show it to you now. You see that little red piece in the back here? You could just pop that out. Put that off to the side. Grab your gray clip right here. Shove that into the back where the red piece was. Then take the beam rifle right here and plug it in to that. Like so. Works. Holds there. Can be knocked out relatively easily, but whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because I mean, with the wings on there, nothing's going to knock against it. But anyway, the wings would go on and cover that, which is why. But anyway, I'm going to show you the wings first. First off, you can push. The tanks are really nice. You can either push them in to have them flush, or pretty much flush with the back there, and they still move around a fair bit. Out that far, in that far, down that far, and up that far. But then, if you want, you can, if you're displaying this guy from the front and want a little more dynamic pose with the tanks, you could pull them out, in which you get a much bigger range of movement, from being able to cross them to having them spread like this, and that's actually pretty nice. But if you're displaying them from the side, you're most likely going to want them in, because, I mean, he didn't have a long white peg sticking out of his fuel tanks in the show. Now, the wings are very nice. You can get them all the way out like that to be basically crushing themselves, because you'd have thrust basically pushing them together. Or being like the Destiny and just going, wow, this is totally unnecessary. But yeah, you can have them going out to the sides a bit, a little more burst mode Destiny feeling, because you can actually spread the wing holders. If you see, this one is spread out, this one is pushed together as far as it'll go. This one's a lot bigger, but anyway, here I'll do this one for you. Spread it out, you can clamp it together. And then you can point them backwards, point them to the same as the thrusters back there, or point them straight back so this guy can approach at 3 times the speed of the others. But anyway, oh god, I just had to throw that one in there. But anyway, the main thing that you want, you don't buy this kit just for the backpack. You buy this kit for the sinanju itself. Now, I've painted a lot of the gold. I kept some of the stickers on, just like the Xeon logo there on the front. I couldn't paint that, so I kept that. Same with the Xeon logo on the shield. Couldn't paint that. The gold is wearing off a bit. I'm going to redo it once I get a clear coat for it. I redid this twice already and it wears off after a while of reposing it, and because I love to pose this guy because he's got so many accessories that you can use. Oh yeah, and another thing, I'm going to show you all the really unique articulation. These thrusters on the leg move, and you can push them in to make them more flush. These arm thrusters can come out to there, which gives the arm a lot more freedom of movement, which is good. The side skirts have thrusters. So basically, this kit is made to go 3 times the speed of the others. Whereas Char's Zaku was a Zaku with a red color scheme, it didn't have much extra weight in extra thrusters, so the 3 times the speed of the others wasn't as feasible. This guy has a crap ton of thrusters, so I can really see this guy going 3 times the speed of the others. Same with the Sazabi, the Nightingale, the oh god, the Yeah, I think that's pretty much those are the two that I was thinking of. You could go into Char Aznable lookalikes that had red Gundams, but I'm gonna leave that one. Then you had the Hyaku Shiki, which was totally different. But that was Quattro Bajina, who was Char, but it was a different Char. I'm not going to get into the plot of Zeta. But anyway, here's the Sinanju, with its pilot who may or may not be Char Aznable. Just like White Unicorn, who may or may not be Amuro Ray. God, I had to throw that one. Sorry. But anyway, here's the shield. Now the shield, I mean, if you don't have any of the weapons on it, it's okay. But you also have a grenade launcher, which can attach to the shield. This guy doesn't seem to be very open to the prospect of having a normal shield. Now you also have the Heat Hawks, which store in the shield. I mean, that's fine. I mean, store your weapons in your shield. They're safe. They're readily accessible. But no, that's not enough for full frontal, aka Char Aznable 2. I call him Char Aznable 2 because full frontal is a sort of unfortunate name. Not going to go into that one. But anyway, he stores his Heat Hawks in there. It wouldn't be enough to just store them. No. He has to be able to use them. The way you do that is you switch them, actually. Which, for a high grade, it's fine. The master grade does it more properly, but whatever. And then you switch these to going forward. This is probably going to be a two-part review, guys, because he does have so much. And then you are given 2 long beams for these. You're also given 2 short ones, which I'll show you in a bit. But you can put these onto here to have him wielding these out of the shield, which I'll show you what the 2 look like, just so you can see that. And I know I'm not attaching the shield, but that's because it's really hard to maneuver into place with it and try to get the accessories on it. I tried to do this when I was displaying it, but it's kind of hard to get the Heat Hawks to stay in place. They like to move sometimes, which is kind of annoying at points. But hey, and then you can put the shield in, and now he can fire grenades and stab people with his shield. This guy's not really big on the whole, oh, this is for blocking. No, this is for stabbing and shooting grenades, is what his shield is for. And the fact that the shield is so ornamental by itself is just sort of, I mean, I think somebody needs to tell this guy what a shield is for. But whatever. Yeah, and you can also do something crazy by locking the blades of the Heat Hawks together, but meh. That's just stupid. But anyway, the way I had this guy is I had him with one of the Heat Hawks, and I had the other one stored in the shield, not in its out mode. But then I took. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Next to the normal Heat Hawks. Here's the normal Heat Hawk. I'm not gonna put the Heat Hawks. Whatever. I'll put them into the hands. I'm not gonna put them into the hands in their normal form. I'll do the double in the hand. I'll do the double form in the hands. Actually, you know what? The normal form and the double are not that far apart. A lot of people like to put the first one down and backwards, but I find that that makes it too ridiculous when you put the long blades onto the Heat Hawks. But anyway, so I put them just normal, like front forward, this way. I just put it like this, and then add the other one to the bottom, like so. And you gotta put it backwards, you gotta remember that part, or else you'll be like, why isn't it fitting? Like I was 2 seconds ago. But anyway, then you could put this blade in. And here's this with both short blades. Now, you can also do the long blades with this, and I'll show you that now. And I'll put this into the hand when I get the long blades on, because that's the way I display it. Or I am going to display it now, because I'm going to get some action bases for this. So I can do the, I'm going to have the Unicorn Gundam with its Baraka beam sabers. And maybe it's Magnum, if I decide to go with this and the gun. And so then you can just pop the hand out. The closed fist, by the way, closed fist. You do get 2 closed fists, which is good. So if you want to have him in a regal pose with no weapons whatsoever, you can. But anyway, you can get this into some positions. I mean, it's really hard to get it into a position with both of the long beams without a base where he can be standing there. But like if you have when you have a base, you can do something like this, and it's rather impressive to have him charging forth with such a huge weapon. The way I'm actually thinking of doing it is also on this hand putting the shield there just for the effect of it, and then on the other arm having either a beam saber or the gun, and then if I have a beam saber, storing the gun on the back just so it looks like a bulky Gundam. But anyway, taking the other closed fist out and swapping it with a hand, so I can show you the beam sabers. I'm actually going to take the Heat Hawk off and replace it with the closed fist again. Wrong closed fist again. Just so we don't have that bulk to deal with. Actually, I'm going to take the backpack off. Nobody's going to... I hope you don't mind that. But, I mean, you also get 2 beam sabers. They're rather nice. They have... I may actually get this into 1. If I hurry. They have rather nice beams. These are very good beams. They've got sort of a lightning effect. I wish the beam sabers didn't have this odd peg. It's not the right size for anything else. I can't find any beam sabers that have the same size peg. I mean, I could really try to get it into a 00 beam, but yeah. I don't have the Sazabi in this scale, so and I don't know if they make the Nightingale in 1 to 1/44. That would be awesome, but I don't think they do. But yeah, anyway, the last thing with the shield that you can do is you can take this grenade launcher out. And here's the beam rifle, by the way. I'll show you the grenade launcher in a sec. I think you can actually hold the grenade launcher separately, too. You're going to need the gun holding hand, the trigger finger hand. You're going to need to already assemble it. And then you just sort of stick this in, and he does hold it a bit, like so. This would be how he would hold it. He doesn't really do it, though. I mean, it's hard to do it. It would be awesome if they gave you the hand to do it with the gun, but like to do it while it was in the shield, because I'm pretty sure that's how he fires it. He has the shield on his arm, and then he like holds it either with his pinky or with his thumb, or with his trigger finger. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, here's the beam rifle. I'm actually going to put this into the hand. Oh, by the way, the beam rifle has a peg, and the beam rifle holding hand has a hole, which means that the beam rifle is a lot more secure, but it also means he can't hold it with the other hand, which is a bit of a disappointment. Then again, you don't get a trigger finger with the other hand, but I mean, whatever. I have a bigger issue with the unicorn because I want to have both guns with the unicorn mode, so I can have him just sort of go into town with a Gira Zulu and maybe a Dryson or something. I don't know. What I would love to do if I actually do get Angelo Sopper's Gira Zulu, which I won't probably, because I hate the character, is have that Gira Zulu in sort of a comical pose in the background. But anyway, yeah, you can. Here's the thing with the gun. You pull this down, and then you sock this in there. And then you can push that together, and he's got a grenade launcher on his beam rifle. Now, that's about it, actually. I'll put this into the hand just to show it to you. And I've got 30 seconds left. Let's see if I can do this in 30 seconds. Yeah, there's the beam rifle with grenade launcher. And I'll see you guys. This has been Galactic Marine 501/jexamwolfexia, and a review of the sinanju. And the scope comes out, by the way. And he uses that when he has the grenade launcher, I think. Because he can scope for both. Yeah, so I'll see you guys. And I'm talking because